Welcome back to Wave of Dalker, First Watch Friday, where I go through the videos or movies I watched over the last 7 days. Today we're tackling the movies I watched from January 3rd, 2025 to January 9th, 2025. I watched a lot of movies this week. I was doing nothing, and I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I want to watch 300 movies this year at least. So I'm locking in, and I'm trying to watch a lot of movies. So I watched a lot of movies, and here they are. First up, American Fiction. Came out last year, nominated for a bunch of awards. I think Jeffrey Wright and Sterling K. Brown were both up for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor, respectively, directed by Cord Jefferson. This was a lot of fun. A lot funnier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot more poignant and a lot more. I mean, obviously, there was distinct discussion about how the general white public view African Americans and their stories and how they kind of um, like the whole point was Jeffrey Wright was an African American author writing about classical themes and such, but his books weren't selling. And then Issa Rae's character wrote a book about very dramatized Black lives, and she made a bunch of money. And then his publisher was like, "Ah, you should probably make a book like that," and then he does, and then it makes a lot of money. It's very much a satire, um, but there's definitely a lot of good talking points and a lot of very real things, like the white lady and the bearded dude, like part of like the publishing company, being like, you know what, let's do it. Fuck, that's a great title. I love that. Let's fucking do it. Like I thought that was great. Um, I'm curious. Maybe I just missed something, but I feel like Issa Rae's character should have had, because I feel like she was definitely, I don't know, because Jeffrey Wright's character, like, or Monk, like, criticized her and said, like, I feel like your book is doing the same thing, but she was very defensive of that. But I feel like it was clear that her book was doing the same thing, and they didn't really touch on that much. But I guess this whole thing, the whole story, was being retold as part of the film that he was making of it. But I liked it a lot. Really great performances. Like I said, Jeffrey Wright and Sterling K. Brown were fantastic. I love Sterling K. Brown. He's such an awesome actor. I love seeing him in anything. I really liked it. Next up, Black Swan. Unbelievable. Natalie Portman is such a fantastic actress. And this had me. I mean, it's like a thriller slash suspense, and this had me like clutching my pearls. Like I was freaking out. There's a sequence. Um, let me see if I can find it. Black Swan apartment scene. Not this one. This one, maybe. No. Oh yeah, no, it's this one. No, it's not. That's the Winona Ryder. Here we go. No. Shit. Oh yeah, this one. This freaked me out. I'm like already freaked out. Uh, bleh, 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 bleh. It had me. It had me going. Natalie Portman, like I said, was fantastic. That French dude, Vincent Castle, he was great. He was very um charismatic. I think that was like he just. I mean, he made me feel yucky, but I think that was kind of the whole point. But I thought he was wonderful. Mila Kunis was also really great, but it's just kind of I can't really unhear Meg when she talks, but I thought she was great. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was very suspenseful and had me on the edge of my seat. Good movie. Next up, The Seventh Seal. Um, yeah, I mean, I wanted like a shorter, like this movie's like only like 90 minutes, and I had to go to work, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna throw on something in between like one and the 3:45 when I had to leave for work, and this one fit perfectly, and I liked it. It was a lot more. There's a lot more like satire and like comedic beats in this than I was expecting. Let me see if I can find it. Jones and Plug, The Seventh Seal. Like there's a bit They do. Here we go. Yep. Like they literally are Jerry and George in this scene. Like he's George and he's Jerry. Just imagine he's George and he's Jerry.
Han tjuter och jämrar som en pissdränkt kanin.
Är det frun fortfarande?
Ja, jag har inte hittat.
Ja, ett helvete med kvinnor och ett helvete utan kvinnor. Så vi bara resonerar ändå med slågor och slå ihjäl dem. Men det är som roligast.
Kärringtjat och svinmat.
Barnskrik och pissblöjor.
Vassa naglar och spydigheter.
Hugg och slag och fans moster och svärmor.
Så när man ska lägga sig och sova.
Det är en ny melodi.
Tårar, gnäll och jämringar i himlens höjd.
Varför kysser vi inte godnatt?
Varför sjunger inte en sång?
Varför älskar de inte som jag vet inte?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. All the chess match scenes were great. I thought the costume design and like the silhouette they figured out for Death, I thought worked wonderfully. Like whenever he showed up, I was like, all right, it's getting serious. And then that final scene when they're all walking with Death along the coastline, and the actor and his wife, it's Mia and something else. Like he sees him, and he has like this like wonderful poem, and then she's like, "Oh, you and your visions." Like I thought that was just a really wonderful ending to this. But this was great. It's a classic. It's in the Criterion Collection for a reason. Really great film. I liked it. Rewatched The Northman. Obvious. Eggers is the GOAT. The Piano Teacher. Yeah, I was watching like Natalie Portman. She said this is in her 4 favorites, and I wanted to check this out. And it was great. It had, for the first like act and a half, it had very similar beats to Baby Girl, I feel like. And that's obviously like a Boss Baby comparison, I feel like. But, you know, it was about a man who falls for his piano teacher, and then he finds out that she, you know, has sensual sexual desires, and then they have a falling out, and then it definitely it dissolves into her taking advantage of him, or him taking advantage of her, and then she just is miserable and ends up taking her own life. It was, and I said this did not pull any punches, and it's very true. Like I was just very, I don't know, it was very intense. Wonderful acting, I thought. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. It was intense, but it was a great film. I thought the lead, what was her name? Ylva Huppert. I thought she was wonderful. She gave a great performance. But yeah, I mean, this film was just, it was intense. It was heavy. It was emotional. And yeah, I liked it. Gangs of New York. Dana Day-Lewis, Cameron Diaz, Leonardo DiCaprio, Martin Scorsese. I liked it. Some really great set design and costume design as well. Dana Day-Lewis, once again, is just fantastic. He's fantastic in whatever he wants to do, ever. His accent in this is hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I really liked it. I really wish DiCaprio would shave his beard that he had throughout, because it was just kind of like a shitty, scraggly little thing that didn't look that good. Cameron Diaz was beautiful as always. Liam Neeson in his limited role I thought was great. John C. Reilly was great. Also, this kind of had like a bit of an ensemble. There was a lot of big players in this. Yeah, Brendan Gleeson was also great. Yeah, I mean, I really liked it. The first, like, that first battle scene, the editing on it, I thought was like pitiful. First battle, Gangs of New. And I watched that, and I was kind of like preparing for the worst, but then it began to find itself. I thought it was a lot better. But I'm just gonna.
Are you ready for FanDuel, the great play?
There's just some. Let's just go like to the middle of it.
Under my knife.
No, let's go here. Let's go here. Here we go. This seems fine. Yeah, like I was like, this is really a Martin Scorsese film, because he has the same editor for all of his films, I think. And I was like, she really did this. The music was funny, but like I don't know, the editing I thought was a little poor for this. But then it like I said, it finds itself later on, and it's fine. I liked it. I thought it was just a very, like I said, no, this is an American epic. Like, I thought this was just a really great film. I liked it. Good performances all around. Really great set design. That was my favorite part. Like, I thought the sets just looked really neat. Next up, Blue Velvet. This is the second David Lynch film I've watched, and they're both really weird. But I like weird, and this film took me by surprise. There's a scene where Dorothy, the singer, so like Frank and Sandy, Laura Dern and Kyle MacLachlan, they're like leaving like a party or something, and they're like driving down the road, and then like Sandy, Laura Dern's boyfriend, like stops them, and they like start going at it, and then like Dorothy appears over the horizon like fully nude, like in a daze with like bruises on her, and that like was one of like the more, it wasn't a scary scene, but I was like what the fuck is going on? Like I was like totally like I in that second I was like, who the fuck is that? What's going on? Why is there a naked lady? Like that scene really took me by surprise. I liked it. The best part of the movie was Frank. Let me see if I can pull up some of his scenes. Frank, Blue Velvet. Yeah.
Hey, you want to go for a ride?
No thanks.
No thanks. What does that mean?
I don't want to go
Go where?
for a ride.
A ride. Now that's a good idea. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Get your fucking robe, Raymond. Come on, we're gonna go for a joyride.
Joyride.
He's so good.
We may all be killed.
He's a pussy, Frank. He's a pussy.
Everybody's our pussy. Right, kids?
Pussy heaven.
You ever been to pussy heaven?
What'd he say?
No.
Hadn't been to pussy heaven.
The writing is just ridiculous.
Police call. Police call.
What kind of beer do you like? Heineken? Fuck that shit!
Pass Blue Ribbon. That's the best scene in the whole movie. And then
You're fucked forever! You understand, fuck?
you keep saying fuck, and it's so funny. Oh yeah, and then he has the stupid disguise in that later in the movie. This movie's so fucking weird. And watching it at like 11 at night was a trip. And he kept taking that morphine. I was like, what the fuck is his problem? Heineken? Fuck that shit. Pabst Blue Ribbon. Good film. I would watch it. You should watch it. And I watched it, and I liked it, and I watched it. Donnie Darko, next up. I just had a silly, because I really, like, this movie was like, I was like, what the fuck is going on this whole time? Jake Gyllenhaal was great. Maggie Gyllenhaal was great. And I kind of saw the vision with her as Rachel in Dark Knight. Like, I know that's that whole Stephen A. thing where it's like, Maggie Gyllenhaal is the love interest. But how are you kidding me? I thought she was really pretty in this movie. And she was funny. Jake Gyllenhaal was also funny. Drew Barrymore, I didn't even realize that she was in this movie. I thought she was Patrick Swayze? What? Oh, he's Jim. I knew I recognized him, yeah. Yeah, this whole thing was a trip. The whole bunny, like Frank the Bunny. That was just a very funny whole thing. The movie theater saying, it's like, why are you wearing that stupid human suit? Yeah, it was weird. Cause isn't like the whole thing's like time travel or something, right? Like he has a dream, and like Frank tells him when the world's gonna end, and then at like when the time's up, he goes back to being in bed, and then the jet engine falls on him and kills him. Like that's the whole thing. The ending was weird with her and like that kid waving to the mom. I didn't really understand that. Yeah, Jerry Trainer was in it from from iCarly. I thought that was really funny. It made me laugh. And so was Ashley Tisdale. Is she gonna show up here? Yeah, Ashley Tisdale was in it, and that made me laugh as well. Yeah, I mean, this is like obviously a classic, I feel like, or like a modern classic, cult classic maybe. But I really, it kind of just washed over me. But I've kind of, I don't really try to understand films. I mean, I try to understand them, but like, I just try to enjoy them. And I enjoyed this film. And I liked it. And I understood the elements that I did. And yeah, I mean, like, I can see why this movie gets so much praise. Because, I mean, I really liked it. And there's some good performances. And it's very weird. And I like weird films. Next up, Love Liza. Philip Seymour Hoffman, his wife killed herself. He's sad, starts huffing gas, and gets into model airplanes. I mean, what more do you want? Let me see. Jeff Buckley, Love Liza. Yeah, here we go. This is just a great scene. There's some really great editing on this. Like the first time he huffs gas, like his face gets all distorted, and I thought that was really cool. This movie's a trip. I love it. And Kathy Bates is really great in it as well. But Danny's the best part of the whole movie, and Danny's coming up soon. Slamming beers.
Is it far from your house?
I love Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's one of my favorite actors ever. May he rest in peace. Look at that. Yeah, there are some really awesome sequences in this. The whole regional RC boat race was great.
This is great. You want to try? Oh, you're fine. Thanks. This is kick-ass.
Danny's the best. He made me smile. Yeah, I mean, this is just a fun film. Nice little... I mean, it's not really like a rom-com. It's more of like a... I don't even know how you would classify this film. It's like a comic tragedy. Like there's a lot of really great comedic beats. There's also a lot of really... Everything with Philip Seymour Hoffman and Kathy Bates was just really sad. And like he breaks into her house, gets the photos, and then he reads the letter, and then like... I don't want to spoil it, but... Great movie. I would check it out if you like Philip Seymour Hoffman and you like movies. Whatever. Half Nelson. Ryan Gosling. He actually got nominated for Best Actor in this, which I knew going into it. And I was like, you know what? After watching it, he deserved that nom because I thought he was wonderful in this. Really great. Like I think this whole thing was shot handheld. It felt like there were some really cool like it felt like a camcorder like half zooms that I liked. I thought Gosling was great. I thought Anthony Mackie was also great. And Sharika Epps was wonderful. I thought this movie, they just gave a lot of really great performances. Very poignant. And Gosling, like I love, like I think one of the reviews is like, I love when Gosling plays a burnout because that's when he's great. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say about this movie. I liked it a lot. Like I said, really great camera work, really great performances. I would check it out. It'll tug at your heartstrings. And then finally, the last film of the week, Solaris. This movie's fucking insane. Takes a little bit to get going, but when it does, you're just kind of along for the ride. And I like sat and just like looked at like a bunch of reviews and like watched a bunch of clips after because this movie is just unbelievable. Brady Corbett, or Corbet, whatever, the director of The Brutalist, said that there's only 2 good science fiction movies. I don't resonate with that sentiment, but he said 2001 and Solaris. 2001 is one of my favorite movies of all time, in my top 10. And this movie, I mean, it's not my top 10, but this is a masterpiece. Just a wonderful stroke of science fiction genius. I couldn't fucking believe what I was watching. It just was like, some of the sequences were just ridiculous. Like, let me see. Solaris multiple Hari. Nope. Let me see. Solaris 1972 scenes. Full movie. I guess that's fine. Which one? I need to find this scene. Oh my god, this one. I wanted to puke. Okay. His mother freaked me out. Because she would only show up occasionally, and like, obviously, like, you would see Hari a bunch, but whenever his mom showed up, she just has this very unnerving gaze that I just could not handle. And I was like freaking out. This movie is fucking awesome. I need to watch it again sometime to really get a full grasp of it, because it's very intense. But man, like, it's just, like, imagine going to a space station, like, over a cosmic ocean and getting physical manifestations of people you've lost and loved. Like, what the fuck? And there was like a frequent switch between black and white and color, and the music and the score throughout was just insane. Like, I mean, this movie's just, it's so unnerving and just so masterful. Like, it's ridiculous. Watch it. It's on HBO Max. Insane. Like, I can understand why Brady Corbett would say something like that, but I'm also like, I like other science fiction films, but I mean, this is really, like, this in 2001 really are just masterful. They're just masterful. Like, this came out 3 years after 2001. Like, I think it's like the Soviet response to 2001, whatever. This is just unbelievable. Watch it if you have not. Really good. That's all the videos, or all the movies for this week. Hope you folks enjoyed. Leave a comment. Leave a like. Comment what movie you watched this week. And that's it. Like and subscribe. Peace out.